All right, so this is the box for the meross smart presence sensor, and that's the sensor itself there. It's pretty well designed. It's a radar-based presence sensor. It has a built-in kind of kickstand piece here at the back, and then you also have the USB-C and the pairing button there. So it does need to be plugged in. It's not battery operated. It does need a USB-C connection to function. But it is a pretty good motion sensor. It works well. I've got it set up here in my office to keep the lights on when I'm working and stuff, which is great. The odd thing about the stand is it says to keep it in this orientation, but it also says to point it down 90 degrees. But obviously with the way the stand is built, if you're putting it on a shelf, it doesn't really allow for that. So I guess what the purpose would be, if I can get this to fix itself. The purpose of this, and they do give you some double-sided tape, so you can do it, would be to essentially mount the case on the wall and then tip it down from there. I was hoping it would work more like a stand, but it doesn't really work as well that way. So I will have to mount it to the wall and then just tip it down just a little bit. They give you a few different options. There's some double-sided sticky tape here. It's reasonably permanent, and then they give you some 3M foam tape and 3 clips for the USB-C cable, so you can kind of cable manage that and attach that. They also give you a cover, so if you wanted to cover up a portion of the sensor, you can see there's some little dimples around, and that allows you to set this hood so that you can prevent it from picking up motion in a specific direction. Would have been nice to see like this be clips or magnets or something. It looks to be, and from my testing so far, these, while they do fit, they don't clip in. So you actually have to, looks like you have to glue it in, making it somewhat permanent. So that's a little unfortunate, but regardless, you do have that option of making it so that it can't detect motion in a specific direction. So overall, the sensor works pretty well. I have been using the meross app, and it works good. You can tune the sensitivity and everything. The one issue that I have is that I use HomeKit a lot, and I'm not finding the HomeKit detection for when presence is not, like when you leave the room, isn't getting updated nearly as frequently as what the app is saying. So I'm not sure why that is. I've sent an email off to support to see, but I would say if you're planning to use this with HomeKit, which it did pair very well with and seemingly out of the box worked okay with, but like I said, the status doesn't seem to get updated as frequently, or I'm not quite sure what the issue is, but yeah, when I look in the app, it says that there's no presence detected, but when I look in HomeKit, it's still listed as detected. So if you're planning to use this with HomeKit versus like a Home Assistant or some other automation, your mileage may vary. Hopefully it works okay for you, but it hasn't been that smooth from a motion detection standpoint for me in this specific case. So overall, I think it's a good little sensor. It's a nice little package and at a reasonable price, and the detection has been good. I just wish the HomeKit part of it worked much better than it does currently.